Hey guys, Prime Collections here. Well, as we headed into the weekend, you can see, as we saw here, that Funko has decided to go full force into the Game of Thrones line, not only with a new wave that released on their website, but also with this brand new NFT line that's going to release in the next couple weeks. Let's go ahead and discuss all that today in the world of Funko. Before we get started talking about the NFT reveal, I figured it would be prudent to discuss the fact that Funko, not only with this NFT reveal, did a full wave on their website. Starting off with the Funko Shop exclusive Daemon with Egg. This is Daemon Targaryen, who is the brother of Viserys in House of the Dragon. I want to say this is from episode 2. And as far as exclusives go, I'm able to tell who this character is. I'm able to tell what moment it is from the show. So for me, it's definitely a well thought out exclusive. I know exactly what this is, and I would know what it is out of the box. We also got a bunch of commons that were revealed. We got an Alicent Hightower common. We got a Daemon common. We got a Rhaenyra Targaryen common. This one I could also tell was a moment from the show. I think it's either when she is declared as the successor to the throne. Minor spoilers, guys. Sorry about that. Or when she's going to be married. I don't know which, but I could definitely tell for the most part that this is from one of those two scenes. We also got a reveal of a Otto Hightower common. My big thing on this is if I pulled it out of the box, I actually wouldn't know who this character was. The detail that they give him and the actual like facial features is not enough to me to distinguish that it is Otto Hightower from the House of the Dragon show. Whereas on the flip side, we got Viserys, and he is actually one of my favorite commons in the set. I love the fact that they got his crown, his robes. I think he's holding his sword as well. And I think this is a really well done mold. I think that this one is definitely one of the standouts from the commons in this Game of Thrones line. We also got Cyrax, which is one of the Targaryen dragons. And of course, previously, if you guys remembered, we did get our first figure, which was Alicent with Dagger. And as I've been watching the show, I want to say that this is from the time lapse in the show where they're a little bit older, because I haven't seen this scene at all for the first few episodes. And right where we're at in the show is where we're going to get that time lapse and we're going to jump forward into the future. So in general, we got this full reveal of these Game of Thrones House of the Dragon pops. And the NFT reveal actually came courtesy of Variety. We had gotten a teaser from Funko, as you saw earlier in the video, but we really didn't get a look at the physical pops. Whereas Variety posted an article over on their Twitter that was from their actual website. And the Twitter post says, Westeros is entering the metaverse with a new Game of Thrones Funko digital pop NFT collection. Now, if we go actually and delve into this article, we not only got the reveals of the physical pops minus the Freddy Funko, but we also got some interesting information. It states here that starting October 4th, fans will find the entire collection on the pop culture NFT platform drop.io, which will offer standard packs for $9.99, which is 5 digital pops, and premium packs, which is 15 digital pops for $29.99. But you'll want to act fast. The collection is limited to 31,250 packs each, with a total of 625,000 NFTs available through the drop. So we not only got our pack count, which is coming in at 62,500, which is a pretty substantial pack count. We also got the fact that we know when it's coming and at what time it's coming, which is October 4th at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. As usual, this is coming on a Tuesday. It's going to be at 11 a.m. And this week is going to be really pivotal, guys, because you're going to have to make some decisions. This week for Funko is a big money-making week for them. Not only do they have the Game of Thrones first series Funko drop for NFTs this week, on Thursday, we're probably going to get the Box of Fright dropping, because usually the Box of Fright drops the first day of a convention, which would be Thursday, October 6th. And not only that, we also have New York City Comic Con, which is going to be Friday, October 7th. And everything's going to go live, and you're going to have to choose. What do you want from NYCC? Do you want to buy the Box of Fright? Do you want to buy these NFTs? There's going to have to be some tough decisions made, and I'm going to be one of those people that's going to have to make those tough decisions. There is stuff I want from NYCC. I would love to get a Box of Fright. I would love to get my hands on these NFTs. And that's one of those questions I'm going to have to ask myself when it comes to what I'm going to be purchasing next week. Now, we actually didn't get total piece counts for any of these, nor do we actually know which ones are which, but based upon what I'm seeing here, I can kind of come to the assumption that we're going to have 5 Legendaries, 1 Freddy Funko, and 1 Grail. And I think the Grail is going to be a piece that I'll talk about later on. But the first legendary I think we'll have will be Jaime Lannister. He's in his gold cloak. He's got his golden hand, and it says the Kingslayer wears his lavish armor, rocking the red and gold hues of House Lannister. For the most part, I'd be able to tell who this pop was. I think it's a fair representation of the show. I don't know a lot about the first Game of Thrones wave in general, or the actual physical pops that they produced back in the day, so I don't know if Jaime had already been done, but if he hasn't, this is a great addition to the Game of Thrones line, and I can actually tell who the character is. I think probably the one I least like in this entire set is Arya Stark. It says an Arya's virtual figure, the younger Stark daughter, wears a subdued gray kilt and brown leather belt. This is when she's working with the faceless men and she's trying to become one, and for me, this is really lackluster. This is definitely one that if I got from redeemables, I'd be pretty upset, because this is a pop that I feel on the secondary market may go for like 50 to 30 bucks if you really care about prices of pops. And I think this one's going to be very not wanted. There's nothing special about it. If this character was pulled out of the box, I would have no idea who it was. And frankly, it's kind of sad. In my opinion, the standout of what I think is going to be the legendaries is going to be this Jaqen H'ghar. It not only is his garb when he's at the faceless man's like temple or building or facility, it also has him pulling off the face that he was wearing. I think this is awesome. It has an accessory that you can easily tell what this is from, who this character is, and it says the mysterious Jaqen H'ghar wears his typical attire consisting of a gray robe, brown belt, and Jesus sandals, all while holding his original decaying face. Now, this is very cool. Like I said, this one's really well done. I definitely think it's one of the top two of the legendaries. And I think this one will be one of the most sought after of this set. Next up, and this one we've already had, so I'm kind of a little bit disappointed, but we've got the Hound, and he's got his facial burn. He's got his hammer. I want to say this is later on in the series. And it says the Hound is immortalized in a detailed digital pop in which the bearded bodyguard suffers from a signature burn wound while holding a hammer. This one's actually really cool. They added an accessory to him. I could probably tell who this was out of the box just based upon not only the hammer, the garb, but the wound on his forehead. I think they did a great job with this. However, they've already done the Hound and the Mountain. So for me, this is kind of a meh. What I think is going to be the other big time redeemable in terms of legendaries, it's going to be really popular because of the fact of how detailed it is. We've got Jon Snow here, and I know they've already done a Jon Snow, but the fact that they have Long Claw and you can actually see that the head of the sword and not be able to tell what that is, this one's really well done. I love the detail on this piece. I love the fact that they included his sword. I love the fact that they included his actual overall outfit. And this was out of the box, as I've talked about this entire time. When I pull something out of the box, can I tell what it is? Can I tell what it's from? And that's what Funko does really well. And in this, they did a great job on this. So this one, plus I think Jaqen H'ghar will be the two big pieces from the legendary redeemables. And in my opinion, the two best from the legendaries. And for the piece that I feel is going to be the grail, just based upon who the character was in the show, her popularity and whatnot, I think the grail, which is going to be limited to 999 as usual, is Daenerys Targaryen. And it says Daenerys carries her green petrified dragon egg in front of her chest, wearing her typical ankle-length white gown alongside metallic accessories and flowing ice blonde hair. So basically, her bands on her arms are going to be metallic, the hair pieces are going to be metallic, and I figure the egg will probably be metallic, which is cool. But as far as grail pieces go from an NFT redeemable line, this is kind of a letdown. There have been some really cool grails, and, you know, to see this is just kind of sad. Now, that being said, it is my opinion that the royalty, and that's going to be like the big time piece, I feel, has to either be Brandon Stark in his wheelchair, or it has to be Freddie Funko as Brandon Stark in his wheelchair, Freddie Funko as Hodor, or Freddie Funko as, and this is the big one that people really want, a White Walker. Because if there's a Freddie Funko as White Walker, it's going to be one of the biggest royalty pieces ever. It's going to be extremely popular, and people are going to really, really want it and want to pay a high price for it. But yeah, guys, as you saw there, Funko's really steering into this Game of Thrones new series with the House of the Dragon, with this brand new wave, as well as they're also kind of, you know, piggybacking off of the success of the older series with this brand new NFT line. What'd you guys think? Is there anything in this new wave of physical pops or in this NFT line that you are excited for? If you are a Game of Thrones collector, how many of these are you going to go for? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, guys, thank you so much for sitting through the entirety of the video. I appreciate it very much. And if you guys could do me just one more small favor, if you could please like the video and subscribe to my channel, it helps me out tremendously. If not, I completely understand. And as always, guys, have an awesome weekend.